Hello everyone and welcome back to the Newcastle United save. Here we've got another game in the league against high-flying Brentford. But first you'll see here, manager of the month for August, we placed third. Thomas Frank of Brentford, incidentally, was the eventual winner. September came second to Jurgen Klopp. And then finally in October we have won our first manager of the month award. Slowly pushing our way up there, and seeing as we're top of the league, I think it's a little long overdue. But yeah, as I said, Brentford, as you saw, Thomas Frank was manager of the month. Brentford are currently sitting in the top four, I believe, and they're right up there, so this game's not going to be easy. First, let me take you through the couple of games I've played since our last game against Manchester United, where we won 3-2. First up was the Carabao Cup fourth round, where we played Coventry. Once again, our home form has been ridiculous. We rotated the team massively, even including the start for Dwight Gale and Joel Linton on the left. Still came away 5-0 winners. First goal here, scored by Dwight Gale, assisted by Ryan Fraser. Once it loads up. This corner comes in, it's cleared away. Willock picks up the loose ball, plays it to Fraser, who hits the byline, cuts it across, and Dwight Gale is poaching in the 6-yard box for an easy finish. Next goal, Ryan Fraser, this time assisted by Willock. Again, another corner or set piece is cleared. Almiron picks the ball up and gives it to Longstaff, recycles to Willock, and Willock plays in Fraser, who's free on the left-hand side of the box. Good finish, though, to get that into the far corner. Fraser scores again here, second goal of the game. Niakate, for some reason, on the right, plays the ball into Almiron, who uses his pace to get in behind. Plays quite a poor pass to Fraser. Keeper should get there, but he seems to just palm it back into Fraser's feet, who then has an open goal to score into. Still time for more goals, though. We bought Gabagol on later on, so here you go. You see Longstaff throwing the long throw in. The keeper seems to be pinned by his own defender, which gives Gabby an easy header at the front post. And then, last but not least, we have Willock here running to the right-hand side of the box, getting to the byline, cutting it all the way across goal, and Neres at the far post just taps it in. Not the stiffest opposition with Coventry, but we played a lot of players who have quite poor match fitness, and it gave us a good chance to give them a run out. Our second game here was an away game against Aston Villa, where we ran out 2-0 winners. Yet another clean sheet, so good to see. They did get a red card, Tyrone Mings in the 54th minute. We were 1-0 up at this point. Neres scored the goal, St Maximin with the assist. I was quite surprised by how low our average ratings were, seeing as 2-0 winners, you think the defence would get good ratings. And yeah, we created a lot of XG. I think we had almost 3 XG in this game, which not bad for an away game. You see St Max here running, hitting the byline, which is becoming another feature of our play, similar to the corners. We like to hit the byline and absolutely rocket the crosses across the box. Brilliant ball for St Max. Well finished by David Neres. And then we made it 2-0 in the 78th minute with Gabagol scoring from a David Neres assist. Trying to get to load up. There we go. Lewis into Neres. Back to Lewis. Doing a little bit of neat dribbling. Neres again manages just to work that half a yard he needed to smash the ball across the box and Gabby to tap in. I'm loving these positions that our wingers are taking up, by the way. Since switching from inside forwards to wingers, they're just doing a brilliant job of hitting the byline and rocketing balls across the box, which just makes the simplest tap-ins for our striker and often the opposite winger. Yeah, so here we've got a home game versus Brentford. You can see the form's going pretty well for a lot of our players, St Max in particular, on a 7.8. Playing absolutely brilliantly. Still struggling with the fullback roles. I've switched Grimaldo back to a wing back on support to try and keep us solid, which worked with the clean sheet versus Villa, albeit they had a red card. Declan Rice still has pretty bad average ratings, but I think that's due to the role he plays in playing as that one defensive-minded midfielder, picks up a lot of yellow cards and doesn't get a lot of assists, so he kind of gets a very average rating a lot of the time. I'm going to tell everyone that we need to We need to show them what we're made of, as we've been hyped up a lot recently, and I'm going to tell the midfield and defence that I have faith in them. On to the game. Once I flick through these. Thomas has a side keeping the ball well. I know what we're up against. It'll be a good match. And we're going to play our game. So, here we go. Brentford's playing as they do in real life, the 5-3-2, with good strikers up front in Tony and Mbeumo, and a really solid defence. I think Christopher Ager is a player that most FM players of the last few years are familiar with, as he's always been a good signing. First chance here comes to Brentford, and Sergio Canos absolutely rockets his free kick, but thankfully just hits the bar rather than going in. We are creating chances here. We have decent XG for our 5 shots with nothing on target and no proper highlights. And there we go. There's once again corner turns provider. Koundé winning the first header, heading it straight at the keeper, who parries it across his goal, and Longstaff comes in at the back post and smacks it in. I will say I don't think that was ever going to be offside. Didn't look particularly offside from what I could see, but good start to the game against tough opposition. At 1.4 XG, we are creating a lot of chances, even if we're not putting them away every time. Though I would say if we are creating a lot of chances, we probably should put them away. And as I say that, Canos, he's already threatened once with a free kick, knocks that one round the wall into the bottom corner. And not ideal, as we've been dominating this game, and all they've really had is a couple of direct set pieces, but I suppose when you've got a good taker like that, they're always a threat. Set piece of our own here as Olmo picks up the free kick, knocks it long to the far post. Koundé heads it against the defender. Hit out here to St. Maximan, who hits an absolute rocket into the top corner. What a strike that was. Through a crowded penalty area to get that straight into top bins. We've got to see that one again. I thought the goal was going to come from Koundé, but picks it out and recycles. And St. Max here beats his man and then hits that right into the roof of the net. What an absolute strike. T's playing well here. Most of them have really good average ratings, but once again, those fullbacks are really struggling. Throw in headed away here. Neres picks the ball up. Grimaldo picks it up, plays it back into Neres. Is he going to get to the byline? He does. Fires it across. And Alex Maximan's there for his second. Nice tap in at the far post. And that's the goal I think we needed to make this game a little bit more secure. We've got massive XG in 2.59. Playing really, really well here. And we're creating chances just for fun. But we need the ball to go in the net to make sure we win this game and not throw it away. What a half of football this has been, by the way. Grimaldo plays it to Neres, who heads it straight back to Mbeumo. Ager. Brentford defence are just pinging the ball. Oh, I thought Sir Max could intercept that. But yeah, the Brentford defence just pinging the ball round. As I say that, they lose it. Ball played in behind to Gabby, who goes in on goal and rockets it just round the post. Another chance that we've wasted. We really could have put Brentford to the sword here. It's worth noting that pass from David Raya actually was remarkably accurate to his real life play. And what a finish from Gabby there. Looks like he might have been offside, but finally some output from our left back, who pings the ball over the top, and Gabby strikes it, but unfortunately Gabby had just strayed offside. How far off was he? Yeah, he just goes a little bit early. But what a finish on the, I'm not sure if it's the volley or the half volley, but just hits it straight on his left, and the keeper rooted to the spot. All in, a very good half. But still, we're only 2 goals to the good, and we could be better. But I'm still going to praise them and try and keep this morale up, and hope that praise doesn't lead to us throwing it away. Olmo here whips the ball in, and it didn't lead to us throwing it away. Is he offside? Koundé got up at the far post and bulleted his header down to the ground. Looked like it went under the keeper, but they all count if they're not disallowed, which it is. That's our second disallowed goal. Both for offside, which is frustrating. Oh, he's miles offside. What is he? There's no excuse for that. You can look down the line. You're the last man. You should be looking, and you should be aware of that. That would have been a goal and 2 assists for Koundé, which would have been one hell of a game. Shea Canos here plays the corner across, which was won by Ivan Toney. And the man I bigged up before the game, Christophe Ager, wins the header at the far post. And from almost nothing, Brentford here have halved their arrears and halved our lead. We haven't really created anything this half. Compared to the last one, our XG, etc. has remained the same. So hopefully Brentford aren't going to come roaring back this half. Thinking about making a change. I've got a highlight first. Not sure I can wait. Our fullbacks just aren't playing well enough. Gabby hasn't really done anything apart from be offside. So let's try and give us the firepower and let's try and go for the win. Luckily, they didn't score from their highlight, so I'm happy. Emil Kraft with a long throw here, headed back out. Played to St Max, who we all know is going to hit the byline. His cross played straight onto the defender's head, and Longstaff can't recycle the ball. Brentford here playing really, really defensive. You see that long ball out, there's just no out ball for them. So no wonder it's just coming back at them every time, but we make it easy for them when Ager plays the ball at that, and I really thought Rice might have been about to get a red card, but actually picks out a fantastic pass to Wilson, who it's another one-on-one we squandered, and that's yet another chance. We could have scored 6 or 7 here already, and we're really, really, really wasteful at the minute. Corner by St Max played out. Lascelles picks the ball up, recycles out to Lewis. That's the end of the highlight. Another corner shortly after. St Max plays the ball in. Koundé under it. Didn't win the header, but it looked like he might have been. The ref's checking to see if he'd been fouled on the way up, and he has. So a chance for us to double our lead again and put them back 2 behind. And so Maximan does that, and that's his hat-trick. As I said, he's been playing absolutely fantastically for us recently, and just glad that you could see the hat-trick just to show that winger attack role seems to have finally unlocked him as a player. A hat-trick from a player with 10 finishing isn't bad. It means we must be creating a lot of chances for him. Time ticking away here. I think I'm going to make another sub. Jamel Lascelles isn't playing particularly well, so I think I'll take him off and put on Fabian Schär at the back. Neither of them are really players that I want to have in my squad, but until the next... I don't think I have the funds for the next transfer window, but until the next summer window, I don't think I'll have the funds to replace them. So next summer, they'll probably both be gone. Onyeka here with a lot of space to run into, does so and then finds Mbeumo and keeps running, picks up the ball on the wing, plays out to Norgard, who switches it across really well to Stevens, who again switches it back to Henry, who had a lot of space, hits the byline himself. Great save there from Dubravka. Then the clearance goes straight to Wilson, but that was some brilliant play there from Brentford. Very similar to real life, switching across and then winning the header. Time ticking away here, and I think that's going to be another win, keeping us top of the league. Indeed it is. If you've liked this game so far and love the way we're playing, please click subscribe and hit the notification bell to see when I upload more episodes. I will be trying to upload these as regularly as possible, and hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing. Yeah, let's go through media reaction. The whole team seems to be hyped up. I've actually told the defence I wasn't happy with their performance because we did give away a few too many chances in my mind, but yeah, doing fantastically well, and that takes us back top of the league. Next game's Crystal Palace. I don't think I'll be playing that one on screen, but yeah, I'll catch you up in a few games' time. Stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next video.